Adams, Backyard Oasis, Backyard Oasis, Connie Adams.
Thank you, Nancy. The legendary artist Vincent van Gogh once said, "If you truly love nature, you will see beauty everywhere. You might even find it in the ugly places, like an abandoned limestone quarry or a backyard full of dead grass." Marcon Gardens is what Martin and I call our backyard garden oasis. Our garden inspiration came from our first trip to Vancouver, BC, where we visited the Bouchard Gardens in Victoria. We were fascinated by the vision of the Bouchard family and how this garden came into creation. Jenny and Robert Bouchard met in Ontario, Canada. They fell in love, got married, and went to England. It was there on their honeymoon that they discovered the recipe for none other than cement. How romantic! Jenny was a chemist and Robert was an entrepreneur. They went back to Ontario on a mission to cement their relationship. They searched the country for a limestone deposit quarry where they could build their quarry and make cement. They found it in Victoria, Canada, and in 1904, they moved across the country to their new home. They built a house. They built the limestone quarry behind their house, and they started with the whole process of extracting the limestone from the quarry. At last, they were living the dream, right? They used dynamite to blast through the hard rock to extract the limestone. It was explosive, noisy, and messy. And in just 5 years, they depleted all of the limestone and the quarry was abandoned. Jenny was left with a 3.5-acre crater of muck in her backyard. She was quoted in a 1952 magazine as chiding her husband, saying Bob was killing the country with his quest for this old cement. I sense they were having a little marital strife. I pictured it like this: Bob, look at what you've done. Our backyard was so pristine, and now, Bob, you killed the land. But it was there, looking out at this carnage in their backyard, where she felt something. She started to cry. And in that moment, as she looked out, like a flame, an inspiration came into her. And she knew what she had to do. A backyard makeover. She would turn this crater of gray muck into her very own palette. She found what Van Gogh was talking about. This ugly spot she would turn into a glorious sunken garden. She saw the beauty there. And that's exactly what happened. Jenny started with nothing. She didn't have any gardening background, but she did have buku bucks from all the money that they made from the quarry. So she hired in spectacular landscapers and architects to help her curate this beautiful garden. It took 9 years. She relied on her inspiration of art and her eye for color, along with the extra bucks they got from the quarry. And in the end, she expanded her garden into 55 acres of her natural canvas. It is now truly a beautiful sight to behold. In 2004, this world-renowned Bouchard Gardens was named a National Historic Site with 1 million visitors each year. When Martin and I returned from our trip home to our backyard, we looked out and saw dead grass, some random bushes, and jasmine plants that made Martin wheeze and sneeze. Jenny Bouchard's vision became our inspiration, our story. Dead grass, be gone! Rose garden, yes! Dry water creek bed, yes! Raised bed gardens, yes! 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 We turned our backyard into our canvas. We put in the rose garden with beautiful red, yellow, and pink roses. We planted lantana, lavender, and rosemary with sensational smells and nothing to sneeze at. Martin installed the raised bed gardens of my dreams, where frolicking, happy little herbs and plants like tomatoes would grow. Then came the fruit trees and the berries. Yum! Our peach tree is already flowering with these beautiful pink flowers that smell amazing. Spring is not that far away. We're already looking forward to those mornings where we creep out into the garden to take a little walk, to see what Mother Nature has done overnight to provide us with little miracles here and there. And it never gets old. We never get tired of taking a little stroll out there. Enjoying the fruits of our journey, turning our backyard devastation into something wonderful. Butterflies float on a light spring breeze. Bees and hummingbirds sip nectar as they please. Seeds sprout into flowers and plants. Nature vibrates with a song of romance. Each spring renews our Marcon Garden Dance. Thank you, Connie. Beautiful. Beautiful.